Hello everyone, this is Simon from writtenlegalenglish.com and welcome to this end of the week video where I'm going to have a look at the text I asked you to have a look at on Tuesday and give you a suggested plain language redraft. If you didn't see the text, this is it. So if you want to, pause the video now, quickly read through the text and think about those 4 questions. If you have done that or you just want to enjoy the show, then let's continue. Okay guys, so I asked you to do 4 things, and the first couple of things were to think about the sentence structure, change the passive into the active, and make the text human in some way. So let's start off by doing this. The first potential sentence we could say is this. You're explaining what's going on, and this is a great tool for emphasis. This is what we call front-loading emphasis, putting important information at the beginning of the sentence or at the beginning of the paragraph. And this is quite simply, we base our assessment on how well you perform during the probation period. A 1-sentence summary that goes straight at the beginning. Now everyone knows what's going on. And then what follows is extra information. To help you perform in a satisfactory way, we'll give you a reasonable evaluation, instruction, training, guidance, and counselling. So there we go. We've taken that big sentence and we've broken it down into 2 smaller sentences. I asked you to think about a heading, and this particular topic or this particular paragraph is about what happens during your probation. So we can just give it the subheader, during your probation. And suddenly we've made a complex text a lot easier to understand. So we've done a lot in this, what seems to be a simple, straightforward redraft. What we've actually done is a lot of different things. We've changed the active to the passive, we've humanized the text, we've talked about we and you, and suddenly you can connect to the text a lot better. We've organized the information in a better way, using headers and sentence structures, and we've reduced the amount of words. Not because that was our goal, but that's because that's all we needed to say. So a lot of work has gone into this redraft. So I want to stress the point again that learning to write in a plain language way is not an easy thing to do. There is a lot of things that goes into that process. Now I want to tell you about where I got this text from. This text was taken from the December column of the Michigan Bar Association Plain English column. Now, I've talked many times before about this resource. It's a fantastic resource, and it's a fantastic resource is not because it shows you real life examples of how to change complicated legal texts into plain language, but to show you that this is a worldwide issue and that there are experts from all over the world engaged in this project. This particular article this particular employment contract was taken from South Africa, and it has been reworded, and this article, which you can see behind me, goes into a lot more depth about the wider source of information. So if you can see behind me here, this is the original text about probation. I've taken, for the purposes for this video, I've taken this middle paragraph 4.2, but you can see that there is a whole lot more text. I'm looking this way because I've got the PDF on a different screen. But this also goes through a much more detailed discussion about the changes that had to take place. So if you've got the time, you'll find the link to this article below this video, and you'll find a link to the Michigan Bar Association's Plain English column as well. Click on those links, read the PDF, and fantastic work to both Candy Spurt and Francis Gordon for producing such a fantastic and informative article. Okay guys, that's it from me for this week. I hope you liked this video. If you did, then think about liking this video, subscribing, joining me on my social media channels, whether it's LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, or supporting me on Patreon to see all of the content that I put out. And as always, if you've got any questions at all, any comments, then please leave them below this video and I will get back to you. Have a great weekend everyone, and I'll see you again next Tuesday.